Project Nigeria.
Good evening, Nigerians. My name is Kazeem Ayodele. I'm your host on the program, The Project Nigeria. On this program, we'll be dissecting issues around our political system, governance, education, technology, community development, and the likes. Welcome back. Joining me tonight on this program is an economist, an entertainer, and a youth who will be discussing on youth inclusion in politics. And by name is Comrade Olusegun Oguntibeju.
The Project Nigeria.
Once again, you are welcome to the program, Mr. Oguntibeju Olusegun.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Without much ado, let's go into the topic properly.
Okay.
This night we will be discussing youth inclusion in politics in Nigeria and how it has affected the Nigerian development. For a while now, many people have been agitating for youth inclusion in politics. Let the youth take over. Let the youth take over. The agitation has been loud recently, but then we have not really seen youth taking over so many political leadership positions across the country. What do you think is the cause of this?
Well, thank you, my presenter. Well, so many things are involved. Well, to mention few, should I say, okay, unemployment is one of the major factors. No, unemployment, when there is rapid unemployment, automatically it will lead to poverty. So, youth that are ready to evolve in politics at a upper level, they are not that financially buoyant to attain that level. You know, should I say in our present Nigeria, politics is all about, money is always involved when it comes to politics. Nigeria has gotten to a stage whereby, okay, take this vote for social party, take this vote for social party. Now, they have bastardized this thing with the issue of money. And what really brings about this thing is poverty. Now, the holders want, as the holder politician,
Okay.
they never want to give the youth the opportunity. Now, for eventually, if I should come out that, okay, I want to vie for the post of so in our present Nigeria. Now, me as a person, I don't have the money as a youth. But they are ready to spend. They are ready to the extent they can give a voter 10,000 naira to vote for them. So that thing is really affecting us youth. But if there's employment, if I should work, I save, I can, okay, this time I'm resigning, I want to go into politics. So unemployment is one of the major factors. So if at all you see youth, it will be at the grassroots level. So not at the higher level. So should I say unemployment is one of the major problems.
Talking about grassroots politics, do you think the youth have participated enough?
Yes, they are. But at this junction, I will encourage the youth to go higher. Now talks about the councillor is still at the grassroots level, but we want the youth to be at the upper level, at the federal level. Let the root control. Let the youth take charge and see what will happen.
You just mentioned youth taking charge at the upper echelon, but then I want to remind you that recently, even in Ondo State, this man coming from Ondo State, Chrom,
Okay.
he vied for the post of the president.
Okay.
And so many people said he's not experienced. So what do you see in terms of experience? There is this also cause that anybody that will lead this country must have had experience. That they should go back to the grassroots. So do you see it as a must for youth to start at the grassroots level before they go to the upper?
Yes, it is. It's a gradual process. There's this adage in Yoruba that now, if you should start at the grassroots, you start acquiring the knowledge from that angle. So it's good to start from the grassroots level so that that particular youth who wants to attain the higher position, we understand what politics is. Now just imagine you are just given the opportunity, okay, become the governor of so state, and you don't even have the idea of the how will I put it, the underground, as the elementary stage. One way or the other, that person, that youth, will have a problem. And if I should take a proper look, it's good you start at the grassroots, because there are some things. Now you can use money to acquire knowledge, but do you know you can use money to acquire experience? So you need to start somewhere. You just imagine, okay, you are given the opportunity to become the manager of so place, and you don't even understand. Okay, let me go. You are given an opportunity to become a manager of an hotel, a 5-star hotel, and you don't even understand what hospitality business is.
We want youth to be in politics.
Okay.
And if they should start like that, like how many years interval, range of years do you think will be fit? Let's say, for instance, now let's go into the presidency. Do you think will be fit for us to have as a president in the country?
Thank you very much. It is not all about years. There's this say that it is not how far, but how well. We have some who have started. Okay, I can remember those days when I was in school. I was the financial secretary in my department. I've started somewhere. But along the line, hustling things, I deviated to another thing. But now let's talk about the experience then. I started as a financial secretary, then you got to a state I want to go to the level of at the student union governor level. But it got to a particular stage I was unable to meet up, politics. I withdrew from the run then.
Okay.
So to cut the whole story short, it's good to start from the elementary stage. It will help. It will help.
All right. Now you mentioned school politics.
Yeah.
So that place is also full of youth.
Yes.
Nobody is dragging it with them. But we are seeing instances whereby youth, SUG president, SUG executive are even more corrupt than even the old ones at the helms of political affairs. So still looking at that, do you think the corrupt SUG president is even qualified to take over the affairs of the country? Don't you see it as being a worst scenario that we are going to have in the country if youth also take over, especially when we have them corrupt at those mini levels?
Corruption is one of the major problems of this country. In fact, before this country can move forward, we have to tackle corruption. A corrupt youth at the level of SUG, when he gets up, he or she will worsen the case. So corruption needs to be tackled first before any other thing.
To tackle corruption,
yes.
Are we saying the system needs to be sanitized before
exactly.
we even...
Exactly.
Can we just say the system needs to be sanitized before we even talk of youth inclusion in politics?
Exactly.
So
because if youth should get to that level, at the higher level, now the spirit of corruption, one way or the other, will be transferred. No, at times there are some unforeseen circumstances. We outside might not really see things that is happening there. If we did not sanitize our so-called country, the youth in general, this issue of corruption will continue. So a youth who wants to get to that level must be sanitized first.
Then what can you say about the if anybody wants to vie for any political position, there is a form, there is a prize attached to those forms, to pick a nomination form from even party nomination forms and all this and that. So what do you think should be done constitutionally to really reduce all these forms, bogus amount of money placed on nomination forms?
No, I said earlier on, at times, those at the higher level, we do it in a way whereby the power will get down to the youth. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, the government has to do something regards that, as in to beat down the pride, so that those who are not financially buoyant will be able to obtain the form. Imagine form millions of naira, and a youth who is unemployed. How do you expect such a youth to get that type of money? So it goes a long way. The government should do something about that.
Is there any indication that anytime soon the youth can have their headway into the Nigerian political system?
Yes, there is. Yeah, the youth are really working towards that. So there is.
So are you saying the youth should not relent in whatsoever?
Yeah, they should not. Okay, the youngest president should be around about, let's say, around 37 years old. Just imagine.
37?
If I should be right.
Is that, can you say a 37-year-old man has the experience enough to rule this country?
Why not? You know, I said something earlier on that it is not how far, but how well. So if a 37 years old man, I won't use man now.
Okay, youth.
A youth of 37 years.
Okay.
Should rule a country, not even a world now, not even a state. Just imagine a country. So what are we saying? Well, the youth can do this. They are fit. They are capable of taking charge.
The youth are really marginalized according to the way Nigerians view it. But what can we can also talk in terms of religious leaders. What can religious leaders do to groom up better politicians, better breeds in the political sphere?
Thank you very much. I love that question. No, at times Christians who does not really understand this the political system, Nigeria political system, like they don't want to go into politics. In fact, the Bible encourages it. In fact, I will advise Christians to involve in politics. So it's not meant for some set of people. This politics we are talking about is meant for everybody. It's meant for the Christian, the Muslim, the traditional, whatever. So most Christians of nowadays, they are like trying to withdraw or trying to set back. They are giving themselves setback when it comes to politics. So I will encourage Christian youth to involve in politics. So it's not just meant for some set of people. The Muslim want to involve themselves in politics. The traditional, everybody, it's meant for everybody. But reverse is the case. Christian was like, no, I don't want to go into politics. Is this, is that? No, it's meant for everybody.
And there is also an insinuation that it's a dirty game. So
it is not.
Even around, especially in our country, Nigeria.
No, it's not a dirty game. It's not. It depends on you as an individual. Okay. It depends on me as an individual. No, I don't want to mention name. I know of a young a youth, and he's performing well. This man I'm talking about is less than 40 years old.
Really?
And he is performing
in politics
very, you say, very, very well. I can't just say 100%, 101%. You know,
wow.
101%. So he's a youth and performed very well. So he has opened the eyes of youth outside there who are not into politics. That's okay. If you should go there, you too can do this. You can do better than him.
So that's also an encouraging factor.
Yes. So that's why I don't want to mention it. Yes.
To venture into politics.
Yes.
All right. Do you see? Can you specifically say there should be a retirement age for politics in Nigeria?
Yes, there should be. My reason for saying that is, once you are getting old, just like the way you are running now, a time is coming you won't be able to do what we are doing now. The speed at which you move, the speed at which you run, in the long run will keep reducing. So there should be. So
what can be your recommendation towards the retirement age?
Well, I can't really say, but it has to do with how active and agile someone is.
So if that's the case, then it means we can say if somebody is still agile at the age of 90, it can run the affairs of our country.
It's not possible. It's not. 90 years is too much.
So I think it is better we have a definite, age structure for political office holders.
Yes, there should be. Well, that one has to do with well, I don't know. That's why at times we need to amend the Nigerian Constitution. But let's leave that for.
With the issue of not too young to rule, what is the age that you can say should be the least age for youth to participate in politics?
In fact, once you are 18 years old, 18 years and above, because I believe at 18 years You know your rights, you know your duties and obligations.
You know, we still have to talk about this very well because to me, I stand to be corrected. I think an 18-year-old person who does not stand the experience, the capacity to rule a state.
You start from, no, I'm not saying a state. You know, the other time you mentioned grassroots governments.
Okay.
At least at 18 years old, you can start somewhere. You say, this one is the youth leader of a street, this one is the youth leader of so. So at 18 years should be the least age. So 18 years is
in the grassroots development. Can we say, okay, somebody at the age of 25 can run a state? I put it to you.
No,
can
no,
25 years?
Wait.
Yes. What is the like a starting age can you recommend for governorship position in the country?
Wow, that's an interesting question. All things being equal, if everything should go the way it ought to be, where we have graduate of 21 years, 22 years, so 25 years, let's say minimum.
Isn't that too small?
No.
What is the experience for governorship position?
This person might have started somewhere else. You know, I said so. Now the person, a 37 years old president, imagine, he started somewhere too. Just imagine 37 years old. He started somewhere.
So what about the presidency? Now let's okay, you have recommended
presidency once
25
for governor, 30 years, minimum 30 years for presidency. You know?
And above?
Yeah.
So what about 60, 65? Is it too much?
It's not.
In Nigerian settings, you know, at what age can you stop calling somebody a youth?
I can remember one of my father in the Lord. He's 70 years, but he still claim youth. But when we say at what age? At what age? Okay, let's just take a look at what 30 years still youth? No. Okay, there's this say about youth. No, at times you might have youth and adult youth.
Okay.
So I still look at it. If you are still less than 50 years, you are still youth. Less than 50
60?
years. Less than 50.
Less than 50.
50, yes.
So if we are to have a president in this country today, we will be looking at someone between the age of 30 and 50, if I should get your point.
At the youth level.
At the youth level.
Yes.
Somebody between age of 30.
Within the range of, yes, you're right, age of 30 and 50 years at the youth level.
Yes, but before we wrap it up, what is your advice for the general public?
Well, my advice for the general public is I would advise the youth and everybody as a whole to involve in politics. The politics is not really made for some set of, it is made for everybody. You see, just talking about government, democracy, it says the government of the people, by the people and for the people. That people is me and you. Are you with me? So
yes.
It's made for, so I will encourage especially the youth to turn up in Nigeria political system.
Once again, thank you for coming up to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
I will be willing to have you once again.
No problem, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm my honor. Thank you very much, sir.
Viewers at home, you've seen that youth inclusion in politics, like he rightly said, it begins with you and I. How are you preparing towards the general election that is coming up? Are you still interested, or do you still want the status quo to remain? The question and the answer should remain in the hearts of you watching me tonight, and a step and action is needed for us to have a better Nigeria. This project Nigeria is for you and I. Until next time, I remain your host, Kazeem Ayodele. You can reach us through our various social media handles and through the phone number on your screen. Chrom TV, thank you very much.
The project Nigeria.